Royal blue or baby blue, Jason?
Oh, royal blue.
What's up, guys and gals? That was my new mic swing intro. Hope you all liked it.
It's pretty good.
I'm Daniel, and I'm joined, as always, by Jason. And together, we make up the Red, White, and the Blues podcast. That's Jason over there. He's my main brochacho nacho. How you doing, man?
Daniel's my main bro taco only because he calls me Nacho, but also because he's my main bro taco. And I didn't know that until he started calling me taco. I mean Nacho.
Hey,
Damn.
it is.
Can we get it right?
What it is. Nachos, tacos. Give me that Taco Bell, baby. Yeah. Can we get a Taco Bell sponsorship up in this mug? I need some free tacos.
I would do this podcast only for free Taco Bell, actually. 100%. I mean, we do it for free anyway.
Yeah.
But you don't have to pay me much to keep doing it.
No.
If at all.
Taco Bell could just give us free tacos for the rest of our lives. And and they could be like, you cannot have any other advertisements. That's the only thing that you can do is receive money from Taco Bell or get free tacos, and I would do it. And I would be fat and happy for the rest of my life. Just like Potch is fat and happy, apparently. So,
it's never gonna end.
I'm never going to stop. Never going to stop. So anyway, midweek episode. Big match coming up this weekend. So we wanted to sort of start off this episode. We're going to play a little a game later with Jason. He has no clue what this question is or what we did not rehearse this beforehand. But I found a question on X. I thought it would be interesting to ask Jason as it pertains to Chelsea. It is Chelsea related. But before we do that, we're going to make our predictions for Man City. So, without further ado, Saturday at the Wembley, we will be playing the Manchester of the city. Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, that stupid ass Rodri with his shirt tucked in. I hate it. I can't stand Rodri. If Rodri scores against us again, I'm going to be so mad. I don't care if De Bruyne scores or Haaland scores, but when Rodri scores, it legit makes me mad, and it's because of his shirt.
He also, the way he celebrates really irks me.
Yeah. Because he doesn't ever
But
score.
City irks me too. Like, I just hate City.
Yeah, I do too. I'm with you. But with that being said, Jason, what is your prediction for Saturday?
Dude, I'm going. This isn't surprising. I'm going. Oh, do I want to go? I have two scores in my head. Do I want to go higher or lower?
Before you predict, do we go to penalties?
I think so.
I think we did. We go to penalties. Okay. I'm going to clarify.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We know what Jason's doing.
I am going to predict 1-1 we win in penalties. Because I predicted just about every cup match this year.
Yeah. I am with you. This game will go to penalties. I'm going 2-2 though.
Damn it. I was going to go 2-2, but now I'm more confident.
It actually might be 3-3. It actually could not be in 3-3 because, I mean, like, the thing I remember about the last 1-1 draw between the teams is both teams had multiple chances. Mainly Man City had a lot more chances than we did. And specifically Erling Haaland had a lot more chances.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to stick with 2-2. And Chelsea wins on penalties. Do we want to do, for bonus points, what the penalty shootout score will be? No? Okay, Jason said absolutely not. He's not doing that.
It's going to be like 4-3.
Oh, I thought you were going to go like 5-1.
Oh, what? City misses all
it wouldn't even be 5-1. There's no way for that to even happen. I'm going 4-3. So
okay, I'll also go. Well, I'll go something different then. I'll go 5-4.
No, go 4-3. Go 4-3.
No. I'm going extra pins.
Oh, you're going extra pins? So multiple misses, but it's going to be 5-4 in the end.
No. Like we'll do what we did the last time, and we'll go all the way down to Petrovic, and Petrovic will blow it. We'll go all the way down to keepers. We'll go 11 down the line. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go extra. I'll go we win 7-6, right? Because you have to win by one, like because it goes sudden death.
Yeah.
So I'll go 7-6.
Yep. 7-6. Sure. Cool. I'm going 4-3. So yeah.
That's safer. That's
I don't know, man.
That's better.
It is what it is. But yeah, so anyway, that's our predictions. Please do not take these to the bank or to your local bookie or to any sports betting app because we are terrible, especially this guy that is talking right now who has not predicted a single match correct all year.
You've gotten close.
I have. I thought for a while today you were going to get there today. Didn't you predict 3-1 with the, oh, sorry. We're not recording this on Monday. I forgot.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not wearing
Everton
the
match
same.
Earlier this week, Jason?
Well, that's your prediction? I was opening up our master sheet. I predicted
I
3-2. No.
3-2.
You predicted 3-2.
Well, I thought I predicted a draw.
I have it down as 3-2.
Okay. I must have changed it last minute. What was your prediction?
2-1.
2-1. Okay.
I'm not alone. There was a lot of people that thought Everton were going to do better in this match.
Yeah, I 100% thought I'd picked a draw in that match, but I'll take it. Whatever. I still didn't get it right, but yes. But onwards and upwards to Wembley on Saturday we go. Hi ho. Hopefully we don't go home. Hose. That's the only thing I can think is right.
I love it.
Anyway,
that's amazing.
So, Jason, question of the week for you. We also have. Do you want the question first, or do you want the dumbass quote of the week first? Let's do the dumbass quote of the week first.
Yeah,
I feel like the question is going to be a bigger part. All right. So, dumbass quote of the week comes from during the Everton match earlier in the week. For those of you who are unaware, Dele Alli, the great British Tottenham failing of a football player, was a pundit during the game for whatever reason. I guess he played for Everton at one point in time, so I guess that's why they had him on there. But he was on there giving his commentary. So they asked him at halftime his thoughts on the match. He goes, I don't think it's 4-0. Not been that much of a difference. Just maybe in the final third.
Oh, gosh.
You don't think it's 4-0. Well, what does the scoreboard say, Deli? What does the scoreboard say? And then just maybe in the final third? Man. Well, yeah, you missed your chances in the final third, and we actually made ours. So screw you, Dele Alli. You win dumbass quote of the week.
Is he a pundit now?
No, they just had him on. He's still trying to come back and play. They just had him on for the match because he was
okay. What a moron.
Yeah, that's why he won't be a pundit, because of dumb takes like that. Like, that's just stupid. Like,
yeah, everybody's like, roll the tape.
Yeah.
This is why you will never amount to anything after you finish your career.
That's right. That is right.
No new career for you, Dele Alli.
Question of the week. If we have time, we will talk about the hotel debacle that is currently going on. Have you heard about the hotel debacle, Jason? Did I even tell you about the hotel debacle?
I've heard that we've sold the hotel to Blue Co.
We sold the hotel, correct. Well, now the Premier League is saying that it is they're not approving it as of yet because it might not be fair market value. And apparently, now this is what came out after the match today. Apparently, that is literally what kept us in financial play guidelines with the Premier League, was the selling of that hotel. So and it was close apparently. So like if they are like, nope, that's not fair market value, you got to reduce the price of it, we could be in breach.
Wow. I wouldn't put it past the FA to want us to be in breach either.
Oh no, 100% they want us in breach. Conspiracy against Chelsea, man.
Yeah.
I'm over here cooking the books. Nothing's changed. They're just cooking the books in a more legal way now than Abramovich was. Abramovich just did under the table.
Yeah. I don't even know. I wouldn't even say they're cooking the books. They're taking advantage of all the things the FA didn't want them to take advantage of. And now the FA is having to make new rules for them not to do that. So like even if you do over a 5-year contract, then you have to amortize the life of the contract over 5 years. So I did think it was weird that we were able to use the money from the sale of the hotel, because that doesn't seem like football operations, but I guess with PSR, because it's not called whatever anymore. With I guess like it doesn't matter as long as it's considered a revenue to the club.
That's something
So that's a little strange. I don't know.
It's shady.
That seems like the shady way of doing things. Like I didn't think like the contracts and stuff was that shady, just because Chelsea, whoever owns Chelsea, is always good at finding a loophole somewhere about how they can
legal
extract
or illegal.
as much money. yeah.
Let's just put it
so that way. The thing about Abramovich, and I've listened to people talk about our financial situation, and like they are crazy smart and understand like all of these things, and I do not understand half of it. I did see somebody on Reddit the other day just say, "Oh, I'm tired of being an accountant, and I just want to be a football fan again." I thought that was pretty funny and pretty on the nose. But like from what I understand about Abramovich was he just gave the club $1 billion over the course of whatever, and it was basically an interest-free loan, and I don't even know if it was considered a loan.
It was, because he didn't have that was part of the stipulations when they sold the club, is that they would not have to pay back the loan to Abramovich, because they couldn't have, like, that would have increased the amount that the club was, like, you would have had to pay the $3 billion that they paid for the club, and then on top of that, you would have owed Abramovich another $1 billion just personally, on the side. So it would have made the club sale even be more expensive. So anyway,
So anyway,
it's a loophole. Is it shady? Yeah, probably. I mean, they literally sold the hotels to themselves. Like, that's what they did. They just created a new company. It's like, oh, we're going to sell it. We still own this other company. We're just going to take this asset and move it from this to here because we need to meet some guidelines over here. So
they're selling it to the parent company, which is weird.
These daggum freaking American freaking businessmen and their shady shit, venture capitalist crap. It's all, man, it's a mess, man. It's a mess.
What's crazy though is like how much the FA gets to say, we don't approve that.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's really insane is like how much we have to like run by them at all times. Whereas like technically, like we're talking about this being shady in terms of like a made up set of rules from the governing body of soccer in England. Like by all intents and purposes, I think this is like a legal transaction from one company to the parent company. But the Premier League gets to go, we're just going to dock you. And we're going to affect your entire club, and we're going to affect everybody else potentially because we are going to relegate you.
Well, and also from their point of view, because they're venture capitalist assholes, what they're doing is they are transferring all this stuff under the blue code, whatever the crap it is, so that when they get ready to sell, because they brought Strasbourg is under that now. Chelsea now, they got these, they're putting everything under that parent company so that when they go to sell, they're going to have all these different assets under there. And it's going to make the portfolio look better. Or, and then in some cases, they could sell off parts of their portfolio if they wanted to, because that's what these assholes do. So it's all about money in the long run. Let's just put it that way. It is weird, though. Money.
It is weird that the hotel isn't owned by the club anymore, technically.
Yeah. Because,
like, theoretically, based on, I mean, like, piggybacking on what you just said about they could sell off separate assets, like, that hotel is connected.
Yeah, it will
to the stadium.
Let's extrapolate this a little further. We just officially bought the land across from the bridge.
The Stoll Mansions,
Yeah, we stole, put people out on their asses, you know, because we're
No, they're called
wonderful.
stole.
No, we did. No, we took their homes from them though. It was like,
Yeah,
wasn't it like it was like veterans too, wasn't it?
supposedly they were like the company that owned the mansions was committed to rehousing or rehoming people.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna do a great job of that, Jason.
Supposedly, yeah,
Supposedly, you know. Anyway,
yeah.
but we just bought that land. It's going into Blue Coat. So let's say they don't, because we know they can't move the stadium. We know that. Thank God that we have the trust and that they cannot move the stadium, barring
pitch owners,
the
yeah.
trust approval. But let's say they just make it into like, 'cause I mean, they got the guy I know that did SoFi Stadium is in charge of like the redevelopment of our stadium now, which is SoFi's a beautiful stadium. They ain't got enough room to do something like that. But the point of American stadiums is you build stuff around the stadium. So essentially, what they could do is they could sell Chelsea, but keep the hotel, whatever they build on these other, you know, if they build up more hotels, they build up a place for businesses. Maybe they build up some really high upscale
Right.
apartment complexes over there. Like, anything they build on that land, they could technically keep that and
Yeah.
still generate income from that while selling the club. But
Right.
because of all this around it, somehow it'll probably increase the value of the club. They will add on to the stadium, which will increase the value of the club. So it'll be interesting to see how they do this when they do sell, because we know they're going to sell because they're here to make money. They're not here to run a football club. They're
What
venture
have we got them
capitalists.
for 8 more years now?
8 years, 8 freaking long years, Jason. At least at minimum. Say that.
I guess the nice thing is, I agree. I think they'll sell. That's the nice thing about it.
That is the nice thing. I think they will sell too. So this brings me to the question of the night, Jason.
All right.
We've got a 15-minute window here, people. So we're gonna get this question knocked out 15 minutes or less. So this is the question. All right. You can only choose 2 solutions to Chelsea's problems now. Which 2 are you choosing?
Ooh.
All right. This is. I still don't know my answers to this, and I've read the question several times. All right. New manager. New ownership. Adding experienced players to the team. Changing to a new medical team. Getting an established striker. Do you need me to reread these?
No,
you good?
no.
Okay.
I don't. I wouldn't do anything to the team right now.
So no experienced players.
I think that, and we've talked about this a lot, and I think a lot of people agree with us on this, that the ownership or the like thing problems are top down.
Yes.
Like I would love new ownership. And these come with, like, okay, so here's where this question's hard for me, right? Because if you do new ownership and you do new manager, which is what I would really love, and I'd really love a new medical team. Because I don't trust them. But like the thing about new, like, because I think you can build up a medical team over time and probably still be okay.
Yeah.
And I think you can build the team up over time and be okay. But the thing is, right, like, players come and go, medical staff comes and goes, and that's fine. Like, new admin, new coaches at Chelsea come and go as well. But new admin, man, who comes in here? Like do you? That's why this question's kind of genius, because like, do you stay with the devil you know?
Because we could get a shit owner. We could. If we changed owners, we could get a shit one.
Exactly. And Potch is just, I mean, I would 1,000% would love a new manager. So I think that's probably, like, for me, like, fine. Like, Like, what's the nature of the? I don't want to caveat it. I'll just be like, if you could change it now.
You can only change. Yeah, I mean, there are little caveats to this because, yeah, like I don't know, there are. You could definitely have some caveats, but
What you can go with now, right? Like if we do have a new management, however that works out, like they still got to sort all of this out over the course of several years, right?
mm-hmm.
Like in a way that we would hope and that we expect Blue Co to have to sort this out over the course of several
Mm-hmm.
years. Like a new management's going to have to do the same thing. Oh man, any new coach is going to be a risk. New medical staff is like, yeah,
What's
we
the
haven't.
yeah? What's the least risky out of all of these though?
Yeah,
Like I mean, owners and managers are both very risky. We've talked about the managers ad nauseum on here. How there's nobody out there that is like,
yeah,
especially with my number one choice, Nagelsmann, looking like he's going back to Bayern Munich now, which is God bless his soul. Wish he would have came to us. But you know, you and then managers and then owners are hit or miss
yeah.
these days as well. Medical staff, apparently they're hit or miss too. We're on like the third one just since bowling them have been here.
I mean, the least
keep
risky is
swapping them
players,
The least risky is players, but
and they
that
have the
doesn't-
most upside.
They do, but that doesn't fix any of like the long term problems though. So
Exactly.
that's what this crazy thing is. And like, well, I mean, I would argue the one that I would take out first is getting an established striker because strikers are cursed at this club more times than not. So I'd rather just
Yeah.
stick with what we got with Nico,
I agree.
and we'll have why can't I think of his name, Jason? He's plays for freaking Burnley right now. He's having. Who is that freaking?
I'm not very good at this.
He was on loan earlier in the year, came back at Christmas, we loaned him back out to Burnley. Why can I not think of the kid's name right now?
Oh, well, loan from us.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah, he's our player. He's just on loan at Burnley.
I do not know. I'm gonna have to
Wow.
look.
My brain. This is.
I know who you're talking about. I'm looking at the.
Wow. Dead air.
Anyway, we'll keep talking.
Yeah.
while
Anyway,
I
my
look this
point
up.
is, we have a couple of different striking options. That's my point in all of this. We have a couple of striking options.
David Fofana.
Thank you, Fofana. Thank you. Yes. So
Yeah.
Fofana is doing fairly well at Burnley for half the season. He'll come back, pair him with Nico. You've got two strikers with Premier League experience next year. Not really worried about a striker.
I'm not really that worried about senior players.
In this question, I'm with you. I think we need senior players. I think that's all we need to add in the offseason. We need senior players. As it pertains to this question, I think you got to get rid of it. Because I think, like you said at the beginning of this, most people agree that the problems with this club are top-down related.
Yeah.
So if that's the question, you're number one, you're changing the owner.
I would take a risk with new owner, new manager.
I think I would too, man. I think I would take that same risk. I just think it I know it's the two biggest ones, but it also makes the most sense in our situation. Like, the medical staff hasn't been good since before this administration got here. So we'll just keep dealing with that.
Yeah.
And I think the player one's sort of irrelevant to this question. You got to fix the bigger problems first.
Yeah. I think we're in a weird spot because, because let's say we keep Potch through next season, right? And we're like mildly more successful than we are this season, right? And that would show improvement. Like, I don't think that negates.
How mildly more successful are we talking here? Like, are we talking?
I don't know. I was just looking at the thing.
Hypothetically-
Right now, we're 8 points ahead of where we were last season.
So we are showing improvement from year over year. So hypothetically, let's just say we finish 7th this year, miss out on Europe. How much improvement, 7th or 8th? They're basically the same thing.
Let's say you keep Potch. We barely miss Europe this year.
So what's improvement next year look like?
And then you do Europa next year.
And then you do Europa next year?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So
fair.
like,
So then Potts is here for
but then
4
like the
freaking
next year,
years.
right? Like if you do the next year, and like let's say we get in the Champions League in 3 years
Mm-hmm.
or 2 years, right? Like we finish this one, we have Potts gets Champions League in his 3rd year, right?
Okay.
Like I think we would all like go, okay, yes, we're back in Champions League contention,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're still a couple years off of a Prem. Like I don't
Yeah.
think that trajectory with somebody like Potch negates how we feel about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it negates how dumb Potch is for not having like a designated pen taker.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that negates anything. Like
Nope.
we don't like there's going to be a lot of revisionist history if the team comes good.
Mm-hmm.
But like the things they could have done to make this team good from the start.
Yeah.
Like we literally gutted an entire team of Champions League winners over the course of a season. Like
Mm-hmm.
from one summer to the next, we gutted an entire team of senior players and Champions League winners. Like that's not a proper way to do a thing.
No.
And I would argue the fact that we win a Prem in 5 years meant I think we could have done it faster if they would have
Had we
built the
done it the
team
right
better.
way. Yeah. I agree.
But the problem is we're going to have a lot of revisionist history.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'd rather have another coach that we were all endeared to and that we all liked
That did that.
that did that than stick
Mm-hmm.
with Potch and then have to go, oh yeah,
Ugh.
we were all wrong. I don't think we're wrong about Potch. Like I will never ever admit anything wrong about Potch. Like we have it on audio, we have it on camera. Like now, like
Yeah.
Potch is not. He hasn't endeared himself to the club. He's put the players in bad situations. He makes bad subs. He makes bad tactical choices from game to game and within games. He plays players out of position. And he doesn't utilize the players that he has well, and then the things that he says in press conferences are bad.
Yep.
Like that's 7 things I just rattled off, and that's not even all of them. So,
yeah, it's going to be in the key to all of this too. I think in us winning the Premier League is how soon does Pep leave City?
mm-hmm.
Who does Liverpool get to replace Klopp, and can they
Yeah.
keep that thing ticking? History says no. That they won't be able to continue on this trajectory for that long, like they have been.
Especially
Arsenal,
if they go with Amarin. I just don't think
yeah,
Amarin's as big of a deal as people think he is. But
yeah. I heard today. I don't know because I know last week they said it was like a done deal. Now this week they're saying it's not. I don't know. Who knows what things
okay,
going on?
yeah,
I don't know. But I'm with you. I don't want him at Chelsea if he doesn't go to Liverpool. I don't. I think it's. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Because Liverpool's about to have to rebuild that squad too. So we'll see what they have, how they come through that. I have a lot more confidence in them than I do Chelsea. I'll say that much. But
yeah. Klopp is just a master at utilizing what he has, and
yeah,
like that's what we were expecting of somebody like Poch. And like I know Klopp doesn't have that many trophies or whatever over the course of 9 years, but he has kept Liverpool as like Liverpool's considered a world class club still.
yeah.
And I think he can take a lot of credit for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think he can. And then it's going to be like, what does Man United do? I think they're the biggest enigma in all of this. Like because they actually have they have Jim Ratcliffe in there now, and I feel like he's actually competent. Unlike the Glazers, they were just as long as the Glazers were in charge of that club, I had no fear of Manchester United. They were just going to keep turning in turmoil, whatever. Now that they actually have somebody in charge that knows what they're doing, it'll be interesting to see what they do. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many different factors. So if you get this club on the right trajectory, you have a chance because of everything else that's going on at all these other clubs. You have a chance to make to make a push for the Premier League title. So I don't know, but you got to find the right manager. I'm with you. I don't think it's Poch. But we have that chance, and it's before us. Now the question is, can we capitalize on it and do it? Only time will tell, Jason.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Oh, I do want to shout out. That is Sample Junior 4 on the X. He's the one that came up with that question that I asked you.
Yeah.
So I do want to shout him out for that question. Probably doesn't listen
Good
to the
question.
podcast, but just in case, on the off chance that he does, Sample Junior 4, I appreciate the question that you provided this week indirectly for our podcast. It's a very good question.
Thank you.
But yeah, anything you need to add, Jason?
No. Potch out, baby.
Potch out. Potch always out. Enjoy Wembley, guys and gals, this weekend. Drink responsibly. Have fun though, and cheer on the Blues.
Yeah.
Until next time, we'll get you guys on the flip side.
Oh man, we're gonna win a penalty shootout, flippity floppity.